Welcome to my channel. My name is Nairi and this channel is all about trigeminal neuralgia and actually relevant for chronic pain, people who suffer from chronic pain. So this video is all about resting or not resting. Now that sounds like a simple answer, but actually it does depend where you are on your journey as to how you feel about that. In the beginning of trigeminal neuralgia, you probably won't have any choice but to rest because the level of pain that you're in and the times in between will be less with the pain. So therefore it's very draining, and therefore you find yourself having to take yourself off to your room or rest a lot anyway. And if you look at my journey, you'll see what I was like in the beginning and what I'm like now. And for some people that might be frustrating because trigeminal neuralgia does take its own pathway with everybody. And my pathway has been high levels of medication down to lower levels, and now I'm in a period of like stability. Okay, so I'm talking from my personal experience. So resting. Okay, now when you are early in your journey, because you can't do anything and you can't go anywhere, you can't imagine what life will be like when the doors open up a little bit and you can try to do a few more things. So the question is then, do you do that, or do you stay as you are, even if your symptoms improve? So my experience of that is to just try a few things, very simple things in the beginning, and pull back when it's too much. But then when you get further on down the line, and actually you can do a bit more. So if you look at my whole story, you'll see that I did my first plane flight since having trigeminal neuralgia. You'll see that, my first trip out, that type of thing. It's what you do then, isn't it? It's whether you push through the lethargy that hits you sometimes because of the medication, whether you, if you're not feeling great, sort of push through to do a day out, to meet with relatives, whatever it is, whether you push through and you don't rest when you're starting to feel a bit better. So my advice to you from my experience is rest. Okay. Some of you be like, oh, where's she going with this? I feel like whenever I've gone against what my instinct tells me, so say we've had a little bit of a busier day and then we're due to have another little bit of a busier day, my instincts would tell me no, or pull back a little bit, because actually what happens to me is if I have a busy day, maybe not the next day but the day after, I am quite rough. I feel quite unwell. I don't know whether that's because of I've got this disease anyway, or whether because of the medication, which I would say it's more likely that. And the medication is part of my life. It's something I have to accept. It's something that I'm happy to accept because it does control the pain. So I find that if I run away with myself a little bit, and I have, say, a really busy weekend, then the Monday or the Tuesday will be horrendous, as in I will need to go to bed anyway. So my advice to you is to listen to your body. So wherever you are on the journey, listen to your body. Don't try and fight it, because acceptance is the worst part about this, and isolation. Well, actually, no, isolation is the worst part, but acceptance is the most difficult thing about the journey. Once you accept that you are going to be different and that the medication has an effect on you, or the pain levels that you're in have a massive effect on you, and you go with what you now can cope with rather than what you used to do, or you just experiment with doing a few smaller things and build up gradually, you'll be a lot more at peace about things rather than getting really upset and frustrated. So my advice to you is listen to your body. And what I find is that I will have to go to bed some days, maybe more, not every day, but if I don't have like a bit of time out where I lay down for a little bit and I actually take an hour or so to myself to properly rest my body, the chances are I will struggle a lot more during that day, or a lot more the next day. So it's counterproductive when I don't listen to what my body tells me I need. Now, do I want to do that? No, I don't. For example, I have my grandson coming today. It's very hot today. I used to love to be out and about in the sunshine, and now I don't. Now that could be an age thing, but it's also, because of trigeminal neuralgia and the tablets and stuff like that I'm on. So normally I'd be like, oh, I want to be the one to run around after him. I want to be the one to do this, to do that. no, I don't want to take any time out to rest because he's here. But we see him quite regularly, and the thing is that do I want to then have a terrible day tomorrow because I've pushed and pushed and pushed, both from the temperature point of view, which some of you may find as a trigger, like if it's cold or it's hotter, and just from a fully active point of view with a baby, and just, you know, maybe finding that is too much, and there's just acceptance of where you're at and just listening to your body. So I hope that helps you. So there is membership now on my channel, and what that allows you to do is maybe request subjects that you want to hear more from, and eventually when there's enough members we can have live only member only videos and member only lives. So yeah, check out the membership levels, they're all there, all the different emojis and badges are there as well, and I'll see you on Let's Face It Together. Thank you.